got the roast and the toast. Shots fired from the French press, let it drip slow and boast. Mornings on the west, sun low, but the grind stay woke. Ghetto cafe, steam in the breeze. Cruising through dreams with a mug and some peace. No drama, just cream, we deliver with ease. On the coast where the light never leaves. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. No drama, just cream, we deliver with ease. On the coast where the light never leaves. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. Ghetto cafe in the building, steam rising from the stove. We switching lanes, they don't want it, they just pose for the smoke. If it's about that coffee, we got the roast and the toast. Shots fired from the French press, let it drip slow and boast. Mornings on the west, sun low, but the grind stay woke. Ghetto cafe, steam in the breeze. Cruising through dreams with a mug and some peace. No drama, just cream, we deliver with ease. On the coast where the light never leaves. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom.
What up, what up, what up, what up? We up in here early, man. This is what we supposed to be doing. Still 15 minutes late, but we up in here. What's going down, man? What's up with my guy Alberto? I see you up in here, dude. Today is going to be a very special day. What up, Zeus? What up, man? This is what I'm supposed to be doing. Supposed to be getting up in here early like this. And I'm getting to it. Early bird gets the worm. But today is going to be a really cool day. It's going to be not your normal wake-up show. I'm going to have a guest this morning. And the guest this morning is my guy, Eric, an older gentleman, an older brother that has a lot of information on health and the attack on health in the world and how they have monetized health cures and how they have like smothered cures and smothered ways to keep yourself healthy, the way to keep you from being in the hospital or being on medicine and always needing to take this medicine for this medicine, take this medicine for this medicine. Like an unhealthy, sick society is good business for big pharma. It's good business, great business for big pharma. Keep you sick. They keep you. They own the insurance companies, own hospitals, own pharmaceutical companies. They all are intertwined and rubbing hands, rubbing elbows, and it's a big business for us to be sick. So I got a guy coming in who's been working in that industry, or he's been trying to do the good deeds of getting the information to the people, you know what I mean? Like as even going as far as going into Cuba, doing research and taking needs to those people, like stuff that they don't have. And there's a good guy, you know what I mean? And he's got a company that he has started, that multiple companies that he started that have been linked to healing immune deficiency issues, to reverse like negative effects of the COVID vaccine, all kind of shit, all kind of fucking shit. Um, he'll tell you shit about like basically male testosterone shit, male hormones, how to keep you active, how to keep you not having to be in what is that called? What is that shit called? The male issue where you can't have sex or whatever. You can't get up. You don't got enough blood flow. It's called something. I forget the term, but he has all this information, and we're just gonna let him sit here. We're gonna listen. We're gonna ask questions. If you guys have any questions about health or anything like that, about your health, about things to take for this, for that, send super chats and ask him questions, and he'll give you details about stuff that he knows. But before we get into all that, we are the Ghetto Cafe. This is the AM Wake Up Show. This is Coffee with Rios. AM Wake Up Show, Coffee with Rios. We up in here. There it is, Ohio ties. Erectile dysfunction. Erectile dysfunction, ED. Yes. How to reverse erectile dysfunction. Things that you need to take for your heart, for your gut, for everything. He's got all this shit. He's got websites and he's got his research that he's done. He's got scientists that he works with. So it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be a different vibe, different energy than our normal wake up show, but it's going to be an educational, informative episode. But before we get into all that, God is good all the time. All the time, God is good. It's a blessing to be up and at it, waking up, walking, having our health, being able to see, have our functioning, our bodies functioning, hands, feet, toes, fingers. It's always a blessing to be here and to be able to make an impact in somebody else's life, to be here doing positive, purposely positive, good shit. What's up with y'all, man? How is the Ghetto Cafe doing this morning? What up, Ohio ties? I can see y'all up in here, man. We had a break yesterday. I had some editing I needed to do. What is it? So back up in here today, man. What's going on? What is the vibe? What's the energy? You guys up early with me? Get your coffee, get your tea, smoothie, get your juice. Oh, you know what? Good question I have for him is going to be how he feels about RFK, how he feels about COVID, how he feels about the vaccines. These are all questions I'm going to ask him. Zeus said, Rios, Latin American food companies are made to put labels on their product if they're high in calories or bad for you. Banning cereal companies from putting mascots and colorful shit to attract the youth. Hey, man, that shit is so key. Like, if we even start talking about like the red dye and how they market and promote shit for our kids, you just think about it. And you're like, God damn, like why they got these smoke machines, these vapes and shit? Why is it Fruit Loop flavor? Why is it little gummy bear flavor? Because they are selling to the youth because they get them early. The earlier you get them hooked, the longer you have a customer. It's like the dope game, man. It's like selling dope. You get somebody early. It don't matter how beautiful the crack game. It don't matter how beautiful that young lady was or how this and that. Oh shit. Yeah, if I get him, I get her. Oh, he's got a whole crew of people. He's a popular person. I can get the popular person to be a customer. Then the people that fuck with him are gonna become customers. If I get them young, now I got them for years. And it's cold blooded. Like a motherfucker will ruin somebody's life over $10. They put $10 in your pocket, so now they strung out for the rest of their life. Just for you to get 10. They might not even come back to you. They might go to the next dope man. But you just strung somebody out for 30 years, maybe all the way to the grave, just for a $20 hit, just so you could get $20. Damn, you think about that. Think about that. We was out there getting money and maybe have somebody that is just a one-timer. Might be their first time. And we just want that $12 to $20 to $30 just for that day. And we just ruined that person's whole fucking life. Not only did we ruin that person's life, we ruined their family's life, the people that they deal with's life. It's a whole thing. It's a cause and effect. And that's pretty much what these motherfuckers is doing. They always talk about Oxycontin. They talk about crack. They talk about this. They talk about weed, dope, whatever. But the biggest drug that they pushing is fucking sugar, unhealthy food. All these things that they put in food is killing people left and right. Killing people left and right. Diabetes. I'm going to ask them about diabetes. I'm going to ask them about insulin, all this shit, because like, here go Rios talking about jobs. Well, when I was an EMT in Compton, I was an EMT in Compton off of Long Beach Boulevard. One of the hardest jobs I've ever had, but looking back on it as I reflect, one of the greatest jobs I've ever had, because I learned a lot from the owner of the company. Couldn't stand him when I worked for him, but as I left and went to other companies, then I started understanding, like, okay, this is what he was teaching me. But working as an EMT in Compton, we used to have like our regular clients that we would take to their doctor's appointments. A lot of veterans that we would take to the veteran hospital, or go to the doctor to go get their eyes looked at, or whatever they had. A lot of dialysis, a lot of taking them to dialysis centers, different clients. But what I've noticed, it was all Black and brown people. We was all up and throughout every, and I mean, that's all the way to Cedar Sinai, up in Hollywood, up in hospitals in Beverly Hills, dialysis centers over there. It was all Black and brown people. Just in these dialysis centers, just strapped up and getting their shit circulated. And it almost looked like the Matrix, cuz like it almost looked like the Matrix in those places where people are just in a pod, and they got the machine going. They just getting their energy drained. Like their energy is drained. It's like their plasma is being sucked out of their body and used for other reasons. And it's just like, it looked like a cow herding type shit. And it made me think, like, fuck, we're so unhealthy. And then I was so dumb and young at that age when I was taking people to dialysis centers. We were picking people up from the projects in Compton and the old people homes, and we would have our regulars, and if they wouldn't answer the door on a dialysis call, my boss used to be like, "Oh man, try to find them. Try to go knock at the door next door, or go downstairs. Try to search for such and such." I was like, "Dude, they missed their appointment. It's all good." He's like, "Nah, they need to get their appointment." I should be like, "Whatever." But then when they would miss their appointment, so you say you have appointment Monday and Wednesday and Friday. If they miss that Monday appointment, that Tuesday, 2 days, when you pick them up on Wednesday, dude, the worst condition you've ever, like, they just be like, I feel like ants is in my body. Like my blood is burning. Like tore up just from missing 1 day of dialysis. Tore up off of dialysis. So if they miss a day, you know that the next day, the next time you see them, is either going to be in ER. You either going to be picking them up from ER, or they're going to be in the worst condition taking them to their dialysis. One of the most like depressing jobs also. But yeah, that was an eye opener. Like, damn, we're sick as fuck. We got a lot of issues. You know that you're going to have this person here 3 days a week, every week of the month, every month of the year, stretching that work out. Not only did you get them hooked on alcohol, sugar, bad eating, now you got them hooked on a machine where you know they have to be there every other day for the rest of their life. Insurance is getting paid. The dialysis center is getting paid. Pharmaceutical companies getting paid. Like, it's just, the EMT company is getting paid, all off of sick people. Think about how much money sick people generate if you think about all the shit that they do. The dirty electricity hypotheses. And to think like to be healthy is just not eating fucked up shit, not consuming fucked up things, just eating just basic fruits. And like if you could grow your own vegetables, because even the vegetables and all that shit got crazy shit on it. Dirty electricity hypothesis proposes the high frequency voltage transients. So electromagnetic interference traveling along electrical wiring are a major, often overlooked chronic stressor causing disease of civilization. Proponents claim that unlike 50 to 60 hertz power, these transients cause cancer, diabetes, ADHD, and fatigue. However, the hypothesis lacks strong consensus-based scientific evidence, with reviewers noting significant methodological flaws in supporting studies. You know, that's AI. They always got to have that like disclaimer, like, yeah, but the studies don't show this, this, and that, this, and that. Pull up a video. You know what I do want to look into is like the different hertz, the like different levels, the 808s and certain music has this level of sound because it gets your heart beating at a certain rhythm. Yeah, all the videos is kind of long.
Are you grounding indoors with a grounding product and you're trying to figure out if you're out? Are you grounding indoors with a grounding product and you're trying to figure out if your outlet is safe or good? Unfortunately, there are large numbers of outlets in homes that are not adequate for human grounding. And I have other videos that discuss this. And the reason why is because the electrical standards are for grounding electrical equipment. It's not okay to have a human body be hooked up to an outlet with stray electrical currents, and that is not safe. So there are people who are complaining of EMF-associated symptoms such as headaches, fatigue, body aches, nausea, vomiting, even heart palpitations. So if you're experiencing any of these symptoms, you need to watch this video, or if you're curious on how to check your ground to make sure it's a good ground without stray currents, let's get started.
Shout out Ohio ties, man.
My setup is straightforward. I have two grounding points here. These are just 1 foot long metal stakes, and I ground the oscilloscope and also my voltmeter to this ground. This ground is just a reference ground to show you that when I connect the oscilloscope and the voltmeter to that ground, there is not any stray current. Looking at this meter, there's no voltage or alternating currents between those two grounding points below. This is my oscilloscope. It's also flatline. There are no detectable alternating currents through these 2 points. What I have here is a gas line, which is a metal pipe that's buried deep in the earth, and it's the gas intake for the house. Now, this is a good grounding point, but you have to check if there's any stray currents that this gas line has happened to pick up before you can hook this up and assume that it's safe for your human body. So let's see what happens when we hook up the oscilloscope and the voltmeter to this gas line. As you can see, there are small amounts of currents that can be detected in the voltmeter as well as the oscilloscope. So I know my home. I know that the levels of stray electricity is very low. And for my family and myself, that level of stray electricity doesn't really affect us, doesn't cause illnesses, doesn't cause symptoms like nausea, vomiting, fatigue, headaches, insomnia, heart palpitations. However, what if a home is picking up 2 times, 5 times, 10 times, 50 times the amount of stray electricity that I'm detecting here? That could cause problems, and that's why people should detect or measure the levels of stray electricity in the ground that they're using to ground their bodies.
Yeah.
So, like we have medical grade saline, medical grade pharmaceuticals, we should have medical grade grounding points for those who want to earth and ground indoors.
Good morning, Sunshine. How you
products.
doing?
As a physician, I'm very curious, and I've been an administrator in a Facebook group of over 46,000 people. And in that Facebook group, there are mainly barefooters, who love to earth and ground barefoot outside and do it naturally. However, when I did a recent poll and over 250 people answered that poll, more than 41% of people who actually use an outlet to ground initially, they felt detox symptoms. But in contrast, in that poll, only 1%, 3 people who used barefoot grounding initially felt detox symptoms. So that tells me that detox symptoms are probably not detox in general. It's probably related to EMF toxicity due to stray current.
So what is that? I didn't catch it. Didn't hear.
Probably related to EMF toxicity due to stray currents and outlets that are not. So that tells me that detox symptoms are probably not detox in general. It's probably related to EMF toxicity due to stray currents and outlets that are not properly grounded and are not intended for human grade grounding points. But to show you one more time, when I properly ground my meter and my oscilloscope, look what happens.
And I can turn the AC on.
When I properly ground the oscilloscope and the voltmeter, they both do not detect any straight currents or any alternating currents in either device. That is what you want in a ground to use for your human body when you're using grounding products like mats, sheets, and other grounding products in your home. With an earthing cable connected to a rod outside, I do not pick up any harmonics, interferences, or extra currents of electricity. It is flatlined. This is what you want, and this is how I earth and ground. I use a grounding rod outside, and I connect my mattress cover that sits underneath a 100% cotton sheet, and I do not pick up stray currents or any harmonics.
All right, man. That was a side quest that we were on right there. Going over dirty electricity. I'm gonna look more into it about grounding yourself and ground outside. I've seen people putting like rods and stuff in their gardens, and it like produces the healthiest fruit, gardens, vegetables. It's like, I don't know if it's called copper grounding,
right? But
it is interesting because if you think about our people back in the day, we used to be trading for copper. You know what I mean? And wearing copper around our necks and the healing properties of that. But I want to take the time, you guys, to introduce somebody that is here, a special guest. It's my guy, Eric. He has vast knowledge. He's in so many things, doing so many things for the community, for the people, for the betterment of the people. And I'm not going to do a disservice by trying to explain what he does. I'm going to let him introduce and do his spill on what is going on. So just introduce yourself to the people. This is the Ghetto Cafe.
Okay.
And they are very, very good people, very kind. It's not any ugliness. This is the wake up show, Coffee with Rios. And got our guy Eric here, man. He got his coffee right there. Got my coffee.
Necessary for the morning.
But what's up, brother? Like, just give them a snapshot of who you are and what you do.
First, thank you for allowing me to come and be before your viewing audience, and thank you for your viewing audience giving me a moment of your time. I guess the best way that we can put it is that we are an alternative to your pharmaceutical environment.
Okay.
Everybody likes natural, healthy reasons. If they need to take some type of outside source of supplement.
Yeah.
And I have been involved since COVID and before in the health field. What we found is that most of the problems that we suffer from are either viral or bacterial. And you hear a lot about it now with cancer bacteria. You hear a lot about it now with what people say is heart attacks, that's viral, those type of things. So over the last 7 years, we've done our own studies and our own backgrounds and our own research and developed our own product, which has been around for 30 years.
Okay.
Who I am is part of the story, but it's not the story because we're at a certain point in time where information, the lack thereof of information will cause a person to lose their life in a day when that same person could have got up from what they were into, what was going on with them.
Yeah.
And they could have absolutely walked out of where they were had they had knowledge. So I represent a company from the business side called Nature's V Immunotherapy.
And we're going to pull all this up, but I want him to tell you guys about it first. And we're going to pull the websites. We're going to show you his business and all that. But I want him to be able to, you guys have an understanding first. I'm going to get water in the
No problem. I could give you some background on me, but that would take up too much of your time. The background's where you go see the work that we're doing. In the field of immunotherapy prior to 2017, there were studies that led to the business aspect of pharmaceutical medicine to say these proteins will be the most helpful proteins in our health betterment with issues that are going on. And these proteins are the reason or lack thereof why we have our health conditions. If you had something that would allow you to, let's say, deal with COVID, when they said that you had COVID, and it was the only thing that they took away from you, it would be the only thing that you wanted.
Right.
Well, that's basically what we supplied during COVID.
Okay.
The one thing that they took away from you, that's natural.
Yeah. What actual COVID, the strain, the
both.
Both. Okay.
Both.
Okay.
See, one, there's no difference. You have a disease.
Mm-hmm.
The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said this, and I use him because I use the best reference or source that is to the core of anything, so we don't have to get way up in science. He said every disease is a nutrient deficiency, period.
Every single one is a nutrient deficiency in nutrients.
Right. So today we have parasites, we have cancer, you have heart problems. Somebody tells you take a Dr. Sabi will tell you this is how you do it, doing removing the mucus from your body. So in that way, that helps in the process, but that helps your immune system operate properly. So now your immune system can identify what it wasn't identifying because of the mucus that was going on. So it's all about getting your immune system back to where it should be or what is compromising your immune system.
Right. Or get it to a place that it's supposed to be and it's never been there because you've been doing all this BS to yourself.
Well, it's like this. You can't catch a cold unless it's a new strain. If you had it already, you won't get it.
Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah.
You hear what I'm saying?
Yes.
So if somebody's creating, so I use COVID because that's a creation.
Yeah.
COVID strains existed before COVID came out. But when they manufactured whatever they did something else.
A new strain of COVID. And that's why we saw on the products, it has COVID on products and it kills this. Lysol kills this COVID. But then they came out with a...
Well, they've said that there's spike proteins and other things in there that you need to deal with. There's problems with people getting blood clotting. It causes now turbo cancers. It also causes
turbo cancers.
Oh yeah, that's why you see people that you know from the time of COVID to now that didn't have cancer. They're no longer here. Well, these are studies that we've done. These are all on our website.
Yes,
these are independent studies. This is not somebody else's information. This is our information, and our information comes from a collective group of people who have worked at the level with a Dr. Fauci.
Yes.
With a Dr. Fauci.
Okay.
So when you're standing over here and you're looking what they're doing over there,
yeah,
and you're somebody like you who's conscious, then you do things over here that's going to allow us to have the ability to get past what's over there. And that's the people that we are.
Okay. So that brings up a good question. You said that this has been around for 30 years. But it wasn't promoted or marketed because you just brought up Dr. Fauci. But he was promoting and he was pushing the vaccine. Is that purposely jumping over what is the natural, what's the right thing to do?
Well, here's the thing. See, so I'm going to say this, and it's out of respect. I'm going to say
but to keep it respectful over here this morning. It's early in the morning.
Well, I have to because a lot of people think that information and knowledge are the same thing.
Okay.
And they're not. Information is a collection of data. When I come into your studio, I can look and see you know what you're doing. Now, let me give you a criteria.
Okay.
Now, a person who just came into your studio know nothing about this, wouldn't know if what you were doing or anything or not.
Yes.
But I, because of my background, can come in here and go, oh, yes, he knows exactly what he's doing.
Okay.
From a position of knowledge.
Yes.
Meaning that I could duplicate it.
Exactly.
Because I understand it.
Yes.
Everybody else would not understand it.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly. So through exposure, through experience, through being in an area, now you have some understanding of it where you can be in a different place. Like, okay, microphone, this, that, this.
Well, and we need to be there with everything that's going on around us. The most precious thing you have in your life is your health.
Right.
Okay. So at your age today, we don't normally have cataclysmic events with our health.
Yeah.
But as you get older, as you play with your son in the driveway and you haven't been up for a little while and you make a move and your hamstring go left, and on that day,
you go left, you go right.
on that day,
Yeah.
your reality will change. And that's the same thing to dealing with people's lives and their health. Okay. Now imagine somebody purposefully doing that.
Yeah.
And then say, I'm caught. You caught me.
Yeah.
But there's nothing you can do about it. Let me give you something to look at. When I was growing up, Jesus. I'm of age. And if I'm running on, let me know.
No.
But I want to set it up.
This is a morning talk show.
Okay.
This is what we do.
Okay, so when we were coming up, I was at the middle end of you had to get a polio vaccination.
Okay.
In the polio vaccination, there was whatever they gave you for polio, but also there was, that's me. Also, there was other things like SV40 in it. So listen, SV40 been around for a long time, and the SV40 that they told you that was in the vaccination, that same SV40. See, information is not knowledge.
So can I ask you before you go any further in that? So as you're talking about this stuff, like some of the things, it could be the first time that the people are hearing some of these things. Would you say or describe it as the information is difficult, or would you describe it as in we haven't made the effort to have access to the information? Because as you're reading it or and getting familiar with it, is it something that you'll read and be like, I get it now? Or is it something that you need to learn and have so that you can consume it in the right way, the information?
You have to look at my best quality is observation.
Okay.
So I observe it. I can walk into the room and repeat it to you, just like that, because I observed like that. You have to observe your environment.
Okay.
We just went through something where people were made to do something as it relates to their health.
Yeah.
Made to do it.
Yes.
You didn't know somebody like us who could give you a letter and take it to the federal government and they say, okay, you ain't got to do this. Most people were coerced into doing it.
Oh, yeah. You wouldn't be able to work. You wouldn't be able to go to your job. You wouldn't be able to do this. You couldn't do anything.
And you traded that for your life.
For your life. My kid's life. I traded that for my kid's life.
Look. You traded it, but there's a certain point where you have to engage or step away.
Yeah.
But you can't submit.
You can't submit. And that's what I did.
Well, now. In meaning what?
That in order to work so I could keep making money, I was against it, but I was like, I have to work.
Okay, so let's
the kids wouldn't go to school.
Okay, so there's not a problem.
Okay.
Now, had you known us at that time, we would have just given you the letter like we gave other federal employees because we knew what to say. Had you been taking our supplement, you could have said, I cannot take the vaccination due to the fact that I'm taking this supplement, which is this protein, and that vaccination in this will cause me maybe mortal harm. Now that's knowledge.
Yeah.
See, when a man has a good left, okay, then you might want to,
stay away from it.
You might want to switch up softball, get the hell out of the way of that jab.
Circle to his right.
Exactly. You got to check. You got to change your approach.
Right.
And if you don't, you're going to get hit.
Yeah.
However, after you've been hit, what is your offensive reaction? Not reaction to what they're doing, not settling on what you did. How can I get out of it?
Yes.
Getting out.
I didn't even know there was a get out.
There's a get out.
There's a get out for people that were forced to do it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
If you're still living, you can get out.
So I don't. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the celebration button because I don't know if you guys heard what he just said, that the reversing the negatives of the vaccine that we had to take for COVID. And he said, I thought there was nothing, like we just have to try to be as healthy as we can be right now. But saying that there's an option to reverse the bad effects of the whatever that was called. So what are the bad effects of COVID before we get into taking what you have
well, here, I'll make it simple because
okay.
I don't like problems.
Okay.
So I don't feed them. I'm a solution oriented.
And y'all look at his skin and look at my skin. Like, look at my skin and look at his skin. That shit is crazy. Like, get off the camera, dog. Like, you scoot over there, baby. Like, dude,
what?
I'm just looking. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I got to get on my shit.
No, it's not. It's not that. It's just it's information and it's knowledge. See, you are you, but there are certain things that are absolutely. I'm going to digress 1 second. DNA is from the originator.
Right.
So everything that has DNA is the originator. So there's a code at the originator to fix all DNA.
Boom.
Now let's just go there.
Let's just go there.
Okay, so now what is your DNA doing? What do you need to? There are so many things. We would have to say, okay, now that you've had the shot, are you feeling this? Has this taken place? Have you taken this? And if you have not taken this, you should take this because this gets rid of the myriad of things that could go wrong. That were already the comorbidities of Black people anyway. So it's on turbo.
Boom.
Let's speed up the pace.
Let's get you out of here.
The environment that we live in is a culture of negative energy. I don't want to get into, well, I could get into, but let's get into it like that.
Okay.
Negative energy. And negative energy is not bad because you need negative and positive
you have to.
in the environment. However, what are you using the negative energy for? See, right now, I'm being negative to the fact that you have exposed to me what took place with you at work. Now, I'm not sitting here going, hey, that's a great thing.
Yeah.
I'm giving you the other side. And that's actually a negative to what you did that you need help with.
Right.
Because the positive is that you need help.
Yes. And the real positive is that I can be helped.
Well, no, you are helped. It's not even, as of when I go, when we talking by the end of this night, help is already done. I got everything sitting up here. Okay. Because it's just that simple. It's not, it is expensive if you're dealing with those who are doing it for money. However, for some reason, the people with knowledge don't get the money. Yeah. The people who don't have knowledge get paid.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're doing it for the wrong reason.
No, they're just talking. And people are getting information and not knowledge. People pay for information and not knowledge. They're just talking to hell. Everybody running their damn mouth.
Lip service.
It's not. See, it's not lip service. What is your interest? Most people at 40, between 35 and 40, they're not, 25 and 45.
Okay.
Don't even really understand how to maintain their life. There's no need to. If you made it out of high school, college sports, and you didn't get a bad injury, then you're probably moving along pretty well with your health.
Yeah.
Unless you're working in an environment that's counter health. Now, our total diet is counter health.
Oh, complete diet. Trash.
So when we go to deal with how do I get over taking the shot, or what am I dealing with my cancer, or why do I have these fibroid problems, or why does my mother have dementia? Why did my grandmother have dementia? These are not just something that happened serendipitously.
Yeah.
This happened because of an environmental problem. Just like your problem happened because of an environmental problem.
Yeah.
So simply today, you take certain herbs that will allow you to clear your bloodstream of the things that will, one herb, many people are dying from what they say strokes, heart attacks. And they find out that in the case of the stroke,
That's what you're going right into what Reggie Brown asked.
yes, sir.
And you guys send super chats. If you guys want direct questions and you want him to answer certain things, personal things, send super chats and make it worth the time.
Excuse me.
But he said his buddy had a mini stroke. Would we have any advice? So he's talking about it right now.
Yeah. So first thing is, anybody gets a stroke, go find them a hyperbaric oxygen chamber. Once they are stabilized, and that just means that you can go home now. There's nothing we can do for you. You find them a hyperbaric
Oxygen chamber.
and then go there. They already know that it works. You just don't know that it works. I've known this since 1994 that it works, and people have been going there. There's many of them throughout the state of California. If you're in California, or if you're a person of means, buy one for that person, and then anybody else to get it, let them know that it's available. Donate it to us so we can continue to do it for people who come with strokes. But we need one in the community because one of the highest things we deal with is strokes. So this is old knowledge.
This is old knowledge.
This is old knowledge.
Damn.
This is not new. This is because we don't understand that there are many things that will help us that are very available to us. Now,
I'm gonna pull it up for us. Go ahead.
right.
Yeah.
So any of these would work. You can't really get this, but you see this first one, the blue one? Something like that. If we had two of those in LA, one in LA, one in Compton, we could treat everybody that has had a stroke.
Really?
Yes.
Jesus.
But the issue is the distance between the time in the stroke and when they start the oxygen chamber treatment.
Okay.
That's the percentage of how much of their functionality they will return. What happens is an over-oxygenated environment causes the body to reroute blood cells in the brain and grow around the area that does not get blood and still get to where it needs to be so you can function.
Okay.
This is old knowledge. Okay. Somebody has a diabetic ulcer on their foot. They know you don't have to cut it off. Put them in an oxygen chamber. Okay.
So our family members and our brothers and sisters that's walking around.
That's just them doing what they do. That's their business. Hell, why would I fix you when I can make you permanent patient?
We were just talking about that before Eric got here.
What?
The stretching out the dollar, stretching out your money. We want you to keep recurring.
It's not even stretching out your money. If I give you a statin, which is, they tell you for cholesterol, or they tell you for high blood pressure, they tell you for your sugar.
Statin.
A statin.
Okay.
It's no good statin.
And what is that? Is that a medicine?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. People who take it know it'll pop up.
Okay.
Because that's a normal prescription for us.
Okay.
But the statin, as they say, it will help you with all of those things. What it's doing mainly is it is killing the functionality of your kidneys. And what is
we're helping you here and we're killing you here.
No. See that's along the way.
Oh shit!
I'm dealing with what you said.
Yeah. Oh shit!
What did you say? They are creating a permanent patient. A dialysis treatment is about.
I was just talking about dialysis. Because I was an EMT and I was taking people to dialysis left and right. And it was sad.
It's like $21,000 a week.
Now he just gave us the number.
Well, I might be misquoting it because this is old knowledge and I don't really know what the numbers are today. But I will tell you that every person that I did in my research that is on dialysis, and I only smile because of the fact, not that they're on it. I smile because I know it's a fact.
Yeah.
I can just say it, is because they were on a medication that the doctor told them that if they had to take it for this issue, but in the end, you will have this problem. That problem will no longer exist, But your problem will now be that you will be on dialysis for the rest of your life. This is the setup.
This is the setup.
This is the setup. And none of that is necessary. In no case. Zero. Okay?
Yeah.
If I'm an alcoholic and I don't have a license and I keep drinking, what can I not do? Drive.
Yeah, you can't drive.
Period. When I get to the point where I know I'm an alcoholic and I know I can't drive, maybe I can get better.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
But you have to understand this is what's making you sick. And 100% of the people that are on medication are only getting sicker. Only getting sicker. It's not, there's no life, none, zero, zilch, no help, no nothing, no nada, no proof, no information, no data, nowhere that says it helps your health. None. In the end, you will die from something else that you masked that made it look like you were getting better.
Oh my God. Hey, we needed this.
Wait. Do you all want to get in the game?
Do y'all want to get in the game?
Do you want to get in the game, or you just want to sit over there and go, ooh, wow. Is that what happened?
Yeah. And so now that we've touched on that a little bit, I do want to go into the negative effects of the COVID vaccine and what your
recommendations
company,
are.
Yeah, what your company.
Okay, so these things I'm going to give you. Here's us. I don't promote my product. I don't. I will show you. I'll tell you what it does. But I'll give you everything you need to where when I finish, well, while I'm saying it, you could be on Amazon ordering it because that's how simple it is to have.
Okay.
So the first thing, if you're taking the COVID shot, you just want to order nattokinase. There's a certain type. I could have the bottle. Well, I'll send Jason the one, but nattokinase. That's part one. Nattokinase is good for the manhood and good for the COVID. So you get the double bang out of that.
Okay.
But you need that so you can thin out the, what do they call it? The clots in your vein that's being produced by the vaccination. That's one.
Okay. So the vaccination causes clots.
Absolutely. From 2000 to now, coroners have reported when they're doing their autopsies that a very large percentage of people who die all of a sudden come in, they find these 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12-inch clots in their veins.
12-inch
Bruh, you ain't, look it up.
12-inch clots.
Look it up. Look it up. This is common now. This is sitting out there for you to know. You should put COVID in there too. So, in their legs, and this is the coroner reporting it. This was all information that was suppressed because we live in a information.
Look at this. Yes, medical reports and studies have documented cases of large blood clots, including a 12-inch clot in patients with severe COVID-19 causes and significant information of blood clotting abnormalities, which can lead to life-threatening complications.
So on the end of that, just put what's the guy's name who, when you go to the funeral home, the autopsy.
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 Autopsy reports on COVID-19 patients have identified massive blood clots, including. It wasn't just a few types into the Google.
Bro, like, this is old. This is old.
3 reports,
not 3,
such as those in SIDRAP.
No, if you go to get the coroner's office in every city in America reported. The Coroners Association said, hey, what is this?
Massive pulmonary embolisms. In some cases, blood clots formed in the legs travel to the lungs, arteries, causing death. Elevated D-dimer tests show high levels of D-dimer indicating active blood clot formation, inflammation, and tissue damage. Elevated lactate dehydrogenase and C-reactive protein levels were found. Thrombocytopenia, some patients experience low platelet levels. Jesus Christ.
So that's just somebody who has a clot. You're with them. The people we saw dying on TV, just dropping dead.
Yeah.
those people.
Okay.
The other side of that is the COVID and how they've done it causes what is called, prior to COVID, we already suffer from this. This is when we will see our people just drop dead. It's called large cell myocarditis.
Okay.
This is you and I, is the widowmaker.
The Widowmaker.
Okay.
Large cell
Myocarditis.
So that's enlargement of the
There you go.
heart?
There you go. Giant cell. Go giant cell, not large. Go giant. It's actually
Giant? Okay.
Right there. You just click there.
Right here?
What is giant cell myocarditis?
Okay.
Cause. So this is an inflammation of the heart tissue. Myocarditis is an inflammation of the heart tissue, and large cell myocarditis is what is normally diagnosed after you're dead from the event.
Okay.
Both of those are inflammation of the heart. Both of those have reached a exponentiated rate since COVID in deaths worldwide.
Yeah.
This is an inflammation of the heart. This is something that our supplement helps with, no problem.
Okay.
Because the area of inflammation and immunotherapy is what we do. Our supplement will help in all of these areas. However, this one right here is the one that causes young children to drop dead who've had it.
Mm-hmm. Playing sports, playing this and that, just
Yes,
in the middle of nothing, just dropping dead.
Yes, sir. Because inflamed heart muscle. Okay, you know how they used to talk about a person who has an enlarged heart?
Mhm.
That was an issue.
Mm-hmm.
So inflammation of the heart is
Yeah,
enlarging it.
yeah.
Okay, so when it gets to the point of giant cell, these cells have just inflamed the heart so much, you just go. You know, all of a sudden, now this is exacerbated greatly to the 1,000% in COVID
Mm-hmm.
with the vaccination. So you saw people suffer from that and the inflammation of the heart. Very simple to fix. We deal with what we deal with it in our environment, and anybody dealing with any heart issues should visit our website,
Okay.
because these type of things are simply fixed with the normal, with putting the body back in homeostasis by giving it something at the cellular level that allows it to mitigate what's happening with your heart at that time.
Look at how thick the wall of the heart is. The inflamed myocardium,
Mm-hmm.
microcardium, thick and swollen.
So
Damn.
if you just gave one word to that, you would say inflammation. Right?
Inflammation. Exactly.
Right?
That's it.
That's it. So it's just inflammation of the heart. But the inflammation of the heart takes place because of a viral attack. So now you have to get your immune system to deal with the viral attack or aspect of why the inflammation is taking place. And that is, as you keep hearing now with health, inflammatory condition.
Mhm.
You know,
Everywhere. Everywhere.
and everything.
It's everywhere. I hear inflammatory
Right, so
everywhere.
that is your body reacting to something, and your immune system either overreacting or not reacting,
Mm-hmm.
but not normalizing.
Okay.
So that's the next one. The diabetic conditions that we suffer from. And I think in 2019, the first study came out that is a result of an autoimmune condition, which is the result of a virus.
Oh my God. Because it's immune deficiency.
Hey,
Autoimmune.
The organ, going back to what the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said, it has a nutrient deficiency.
Mm-hmm.
Then it begins to get ill. Or the virus catches on, and then now you don't have what you need to go ahead and mitigate it by taking the supplement that you need. There's nothing in the food for us to have. You say, look at my skin. We hear in the world today that people are intermittent fasting, right? You hear a lot about that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know amongst our folks. Intermittent fasting is a great way to get your health back in order by not eating so much, eating over a elongated period of time, not just because if you are one of the Islamic faith practicing Ramadan, I mean every day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is something that we were taught by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and I've learned by my 40 years of being with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, that these things are beneficial to my health. Now, you said, look at me.
Mhm.
I'm explaining to you what you're looking at.
Explaining the holes.
Okay, I'm explaining to you how we got here. This isn't a new thing. This is something that took time.
Yeah. Was it Islam that maybe brought the information of wanting to be healthy? Or was it prior to Prophet Elijah Muhammad?
No. Well, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught a culture. We call it Islam, but we mistake it as what you think you see out there in the world is Islam.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a man with a beard and a jabli on and walking around. That's not Islam. That's somebody's culture calling it Islam. Okay. I'm a Muslim.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see no beard on me.
Right.
Because the culture that I practice is what Minister Farrakhan taught me of the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you said what you said, you're observing it in me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, that's the end result of it. Why, at 67 years old, am I looking like I look?
Yeah.
Because I practice a certain way. When I didn't practice it and got off of it, I didn't look like this. So experimentation in your life. Do you know yourself? What are your intents? My intent is to be here 100 years from now. Mm-hmm. Most people say, I wouldn't want to be here. I say, well, that's your misunderstanding.
Yeah.
My understanding is that if I keep my body at a certain muscular content with the right cellular food, I'll still be, I have a company and my parent company is called Innate Physiology.
Innate Physiology.
Okay. From the male perspective, innate physiology, a gur is a gur.
Yeah.
You hear what I'm saying? That we don't have to, check it because that's just a natural reaction of any man to certain circumstances. So when we get back to that, we can become more healthy. I don't want to seem like I'm being philosophical, but these are easy fixes, but you have to do something too. You just can't say, I want to take something. Okay. Well, what do you want to not take that cause you to have the problems that you do have for the something you want to take? Now, are we going to deal with that?
Yeah.
Are we going to? Yes. I would like to understand how to help myself. Okay. Well, let's see what got you in the condition that you're in.
Mm-hmm.
And now that we see it, are you willing to change? And if you're not, then you have to settle in on this is what's going to take place.
This is the outcome.
I had to overcome something because I had a choice. And I'll just say it like this. I was in a car accident. You look at my forehead, you'll see a lot of writing up there. Kind of looks like it's Arabic. However, that's from my forehead hitting the windshield. Mm-hmm. And them two little pits was from the halo that I put on my head, which had me completely paralyzed.
So you're talking about the thing goes around the metal thing with
sir. But we're talking about completely paralyzed. Mm-hmm. So that was a restart of everything. And to restart everything, you have to do everything. You got to get the nutrition. You have to have the mentality. You have to do the muscular skeletal things. You have to do everything. And so after that venture for myself and already being involved in health and medicine, which helped me to overcome it, it taught me a valuable lesson that your body only needs what it needs. Mm-hmm. Now you can give it what you want.
Right. Ooh. So how long ago was the accident?
2014.
14. Mm-hmm. So wake up, you get the news. They tell you what happened, where you're at. And how did that hit? And what was...
Well, that was a spiritual journey.
Okay.
You have to have a relationship with the powers that govern the powers of this universe. Mm-hmm. Now, however you get to that, that's on you. But make sure that when you plug in, you get the results that you intend.
Yeah.
And if you do not get the results you intend, you might want to unplug and plug into something else. So I plugged into my belief system. And the first thing my belief system taught me was when I was laying in the car, realizing that I am completely paralyzed during the accident and I can no longer voluntarily breathe because I broke 3 vertebrae in my neck, which cut off the signal from my brain to the rest of my body to just breathe.
Yeah.
I had to understand that. While I'm sitting there going, hey, what happened? So I read some things and read some teachings on the mind from Minister Farrakhan. I only use that because this is the basis of the success that I have had.
Mm-hmm.
I have a master's degree in business. I have a bachelor's degree. I've worked at the highest points of business in most people's lives in different fields and done many different things. However, it's the knowledge of how to heal yourself through data that you applied that actually gave you the end result that you intended. And when I understood that, I understood that my brain was no longer talking to my body.
Oh, shit.
Because
my bad. I didn't mean to say it. That just caught me off guard. Oh,
well,
shoot.
Hey.
Okay, wait.
In the car.
Wait. Explain that.
I'm paralyzed. When the accident happened, I go through the check down and I realize that I'm not moving. In the process of that, because I've always been in tune with my body as a sensitive young man and understand the mind over and body connection, I realized I was sitting there thinking, but I wasn't.
Yeah.
I was just in neutral, and I'm going, excuse me, I'm not breathing.
Yeah.
I'm not breathing.
Damn.
Because you're involuntary.
Okay, muscles, yeah.
Well, I don't know if I got to look that one up because I'm always confused because we say involuntary, but they are voluntary. They're just not, they're involuntary because you have no control over
Yeah,
them.
you shouldn't have to think about it.
Right, they just happen. So
yeah.
those functions stopped. And I sat there and I said, wow. I had to go into the database in my mind, and I remember a study guide that I had read early in my venture into the nation, the Minister Farrakhan had written, and it was called the Will of God. And it's in the study guide, just three parts to it. But the one part was talking about how that in the body, when the sperm and the ovum meet in the womb, how the brain is called forth or created, and then the brain calls forth the rest of the body in the womb.
Okay.
And that connection is the connection that I no longer had. So the first thing that I understood was you have to somehow send a signal back into your chest, dude, or this is the last 5 minutes you about to have.
Yeah.
I think I could go from being a scuba diver. I think I could go about 3 minutes.
Yeah. Like, I can handle that.
I can handle 3
more than that. We might be in trouble.
No, we in trouble.
Yeah.
We in trouble that we even got to go through this.
Yeah.
We in trouble right now.
Yeah.
But trouble being panic is not going to solve this problem.
Right.
So then I said, well, let me see if I can connect it. And I concentrated on that intently with all of the focus of my mind, just concentrating on send just one little blip down the signal to the whatever place causes the chest to.
Yeah, exactly.
That part, because I can't move it with my muscles, because remember, all of my muscles is gone. I ain't got no control over it.
I'm doing it right now. I'm trying to figure out what is it? What's causing it? I don't even know.
Well, just think about it ain't going down. And you're sitting in the car paralyzed and you realize it. So and I go, wow. So when I brought up that information that the minister had put in the study guide, in the Will of God, dealing with the Abdullah oblongata and how it operates in the body and how the brain calls forth the body, I said, well, how do I connect that? Mm-hmm. So I did everything I could to send a signal, and obviously the signal worked because I'm here. So once that was over, I went into my thanking God for my life because I was, at that time, 55 years old. And believe me, I've been to Chiap. I've worked in Africa. scuba dived in Cuba. I went all over the world with Minister Farrakhan. I'm saving people's lives. I'm like, I got children. I got to see them.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, if I got to check out, hey, I didn't want to go through this and I didn't cause this, but I'm here now. So I'm good, God. Thank you very much for my life. And if I have to sit in this chair and blow through a tube for the rest of my life, okay,
so be it.
I've done it to the nines.
Yeah.
And then the nature of God is not a passive human being. God is a warrior.
Mm-hmm. Like it or not.
No, God meets and overcomes in all things, because that's how things evolve. And I was sitting there and I got into myself of, okay, I'm going to go along with this and thank you for everything. And to the brothers, when you had enough, that part.
Yeah.
That part, I've had enough of that idea. And I went through something I won't do on your show because it's demonstrative, but imagine you taking all of your will and telling your body, no, I don't accept this, and to move. And I did that in a very demonstrative way. And I was sitting in the car, leaning back, sitting like this, looking straight ahead. I only move my eyes, only have my peripheral. And then the side of my peripheral over here, way in the corner of my eyeball, I'm seeing something move. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to figure it out. Then I realized what color shirt I had on. It's my arm over there moving. I can't feel it. And it's flailing like the wind dummy.
Yeah. It's moving.
But it's moving.
Mm-hmm.
And when I saw that, I saw the message that God gave me. He said, yes, I'm going to give it back to you. It's going to be a long journey. Are you ready to go? He said, it's going to be 10 years. I'm like, hey, let's go.
Let's go. I'm for that. So you talked about journeying around the world and scuba diving in Cuba. Let's talk about your relationship with Cuba and the things that you're doing with Cuba.
Well, Cuba's home for me.
Okay.
And it should be another home for every person of color in the Western Hemisphere. They're no different from us. They just speak Spanish. And the only reason the United States government is pressed on them is the same reason they press on Haiti.
Right.
They don't like getting their backsides handed to them. And especially when it's some people of color handing it to them.
Telling you no and then whooping your ass.
No. Telling you no. They have had the benefit of not living with Satan for 65 years. Now, I'm sorry. These people we looking at? Well, somebody's trying to reveal what we dealing with.
Right.
Okay.
Hello. Hello.
Somebody just said, these are not the people representing me.
Right.
So when you look at them, they're about helping each other because they're oppressed to the point where all they have is helping each other to the degree that you have nothing, but you want to share the nothing that you have, and let's collectively make something and move forward. If a person of color, English speaking or Spanish speaking, understood that that is another part of your family and you can go there, they're not stopping you from going there. They're putting criteria around it so you won't go there.
Right.
But the only way that island is going to get up is if Black people in America, go there to help them, and they are looking for the help. If we really wanted to do some really gangster, I'm talking about gangster.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like them gangsters that Fidel and them ran out of there in 1950, like that. We as a people would go there and just find somebody there to help. In one community, they have the Spaniards from Spain who are dealing mainly with the people who are descendants of the Spaniards from Spain.
Yeah.
And they bring in the products that they need and they sell them to everybody. So the closer you are to the source, the more, the better price you get.
Yeah.
And the further away you are from the source, the worse price you get. So, like in America, if I'm not bringing it to you and they're bringing it to you, the price is going to be different. Well, that's what it is now. So if they have somebody like us that says, hey, we can bring you whatever you need, here it is, go sell it, you're in business. And that's what they are saying you can actually do in Cuba.
Mm-hmm.
You can go and help somebody just like that.
But here in America, they're trying to stop that?
No.
Okay.
These are bullies.
Break it down super no, because I want you to break it down.
These are bullies.
Like we're elementary.
That go back to the shot. They're bullies.
Mm-hmm.
Will you flinch?
Mm-hmm.
You hear what I'm saying? When we fight, because we still fight.
Yeah.
A knowledgeable fighter respects a flinch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because you don't know the difference.
Yeah.
So if you flinch in me, believe me, you will be receiving hell.
Yeah. I'm taking it as a threat.
Hell is coming behind your flinch.
Don't
flinch twice because hell is coming.
Right.
If you, I can't tell the difference. Stop trying to tell the difference.
So if I'm hearing this correctly, I'm just trying to repeat what you said. In my so there is opportunity to help Cuba. And there are people in Cuba that want to receive the help. It's just that we've been lied to, as in the connection between the two. Like, oh, you can't go to Cuba, or you can't do this in Cuba.
It's not that you've been lied to. You've been given a truth that's confusing.
Okay.
So there's an embargo.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know what that is, what that means, because you're over here and the country you're in is doing the embargo.
Mm-hmm.
So they're telling you this, that, and the third about that person or this person or Cuba.
Mm-hmm.
So your opinion is made that, okay, from that information, I can't go. But he never said you couldn't go.
Okay.
He said, these are the reasons you can go.
Okay. Oh, okay. I see.
You interpreted that as I can't go.
Yeah.
Okay. That's your interpretation, because a mind that's controlled by another mind will interpret it as the mind that it's controlled by.
Yeah.
What? Did you hear what I said?
Yeah. Because you're taking on what they're telling you in their mind.
The safest country in the Western Hemisphere is Cuba. Has been that way for many years. The only country that used to give you free medical, some of the best in the world,
Mm-hmm.
is Cuba.
And they send their doctors all over to saving people's lives.
Right, which they're trying to stop now.
Are they?
Well, they have. The embargo right now has caused the doctors, and the thing that they did with the pact with the South American countries,
Mm-hmm.
just the other day, they had to join with the current person who's putting that together, who is the president of the United States. They had to all say that they would not any longer give residence to the Cuban doctors who were there helping them when they had no
help,
no medical, nothing. The Cuban doctors put it together for most of South America. But because America knows that that's their claim to fame, you have people spreading lies, spreading disinformation, putting things out there now to justify what they're doing. Now, you can watch the bully beat the person up, or you can do something to pull the bully off of the person, or you can do something to move the person away from the bully.
Mm.
But we can no longer do nothing, because the next step is us. So going to help Cuba will allow them to be in a different place. You'll experience the most beautiful people in the world, the most pristine beaches in the world, the beautiful culture. No, you may or may not speak Spanish, but helping them is something that any person that feels the pain of another human being, would automatically want to do.
Right.
So we there are looking into opportunities. We've been there for the last 6 years.
Okay.
First trip back there was during COVID to study their treatment of COVID, which is absolutely 95% of our supplement, so that's why we went there.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a meeting of the minds because we are both on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
We were there this year, coming back when they had the viral issues that were going on in Cuba that were very great with dengue and some other things, and we found that the supplement that they have, they're not using for it yet, but they know that allowed the people to get over the dengue infection and the West Nile infection and some Lyme infections. And, these things are what the supplement that we have takes care of. So we were there dealing with that with them.
Mm-hmm.
Also urban farming, because in the city of Havana, it's very bad now because there is no power and everything runs off of electricity. The water system, the trucks who bring the water, pick up the trash, they all need gas. So I don't have to tell you what trash in your house one day in the trash can not taken out looks like. So just imagine a city that cannot pick up the trash from all of the city people who live in apartments like downtown New York with the trash at the bottom of the apartment.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not anything that the government can do if somebody else is telling you that you can't have something from the whole world.
Right.
That is a human right. So for the sake of humanity, there should be an effort to help our people.
Right. And we should see ourselves in those people.
And unlike America, if you are a person of understanding of culture and how culture has come to the world, in Cuba, I don't care if you are a Spaniard that is chalk white, you bear witness that your beginning is in Africa, that you are an African, though you speak Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
So that is another cultural understanding that we share. They went to Cuba. We came to America. I'm
Right.
quite sure if you did a DNA test, you'd find some family there.
Right. Right.
So nobody's being oppressed by everybody while somebody helps everybody. I don't know a better people that I've met. That's why I chose that as my place. I don't know. I have not seen, not in America,
Mm-hmm.
not nowhere, the type of people who have nothing and want to help you and don't ask you for anything. They're not proud. They just, look, can I just be free?
Yeah. And so that was a question that I had proposed to the chat maybe last week, and I was like, look at two examples, Puerto Rico and look at Cuba. Who is more free? Who do you think? What do you align with freedom? Of people not putting their money towards wars and not doing all this ugly shit. And yeah, you may be going through some tough times, but the people are still strong. The people are still thriving. The people are still loving. You can't take the soul from the people. And then I was like, every side has an opposition. And I don't give a care where you are. You got people that love Trump, people that can't stand Trump. Like in Florida, you have Cubans that are opposed to the regime, whatever it is in Cuba, the government in Cuba.
They're not
and
opposed
they fight
to it.
against it.
They're not opposed to it.
Okay.
I came to your house and said, hey, I used to live in this house
Mm-hmm.
and I want it back, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
What we doing?
You can't have this.
Nah, dude.
Yeah, this is mine.
No, Chief. No, it's only yours because somebody ran me out here some years back. I want it back. Why?
Because it's mine.
No, dude, it's not. It's mine.
So you saying the people in Florida?
Hey, that's it.
That's literally it.
You bounced. Now you want it back. You bounced.
Move your meat, lose your seat.
No, you bounced.
He bounced you out.
You picked a side, then you moved out. Now, colonialist understanding, I want it back. If you go to this, if you go back to Havana, if you go to Havana today,
yeah,
you go to Santa Clara, you go to Holmgren, you go to Cienfuegos, you're gonna see nothing but people who look like Spanish people speaking people in Mexico, in Spain.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gonna see a lot of people our complexion.
Mm-hmm.
You go to Havana,
Mm-hmm.
that's it. But Havana's prime real estate.
Yeah.
And everybody there got a place that they ain't got to pay for. That's their place if that's your place. Now, if I want Havana, what do I have to do? I have to create conditions in Havana so I can get Havana.
Mm-hmm.
Just like I did
Everywhere else.
no, where you live today.
Mm-hmm.
Where you live today, there's it's a different demographic.
No. Yeah.
Hey, why? Because I had to create conditions.
Mm-hmm.
Through those conditions, people made movements. You have a great exodus going on from Cuba. People who can't find work, can't find food, get some money, they move to another country, try to get a better living. How do you go somewhere with no money in another country and get a better living? How do you do that? That's a great feat. And many people have done that. Then the people who have money come right behind them and put a restaurant in where your house is or was, and where you couldn't make money because they have money, they're making money.
Yeah, exactly. Because what they have access to and what they bring to the table, like all it, because that shit is it just trips me out that people will always say, well, these people don't, they say it's bad. Yeah, but have you talked to the other side of the party? Have you talked to both sides of the coin?
Well, that is an understanding that probably will be best before anybody makes a decision on anything. However, most people are opinionated before they get the information, or they're not well understood in the information. They want to comment and talk about it, but that's what's got us in the condition. That's why when you're dealing with a health problem, what is the issue? So at Nature's V, we deal with everything at the cellular level.
Mm-hmm.
So at Nature's V, we deal with everything at the cellular level. Our history is there for you to see. The first case that I won't say the first case, but one of the greatest cases of us announcing that we have benefited from great science as a people is the Million Man March.
Okay.
Most of the generation of young Black people have no knowledge of that momentous event in the history of our sojourn in America. And that's not something that happened in a vacuum. That happened purposefully.
Mm-hmm.
For we as a people, it was the greatest event and day in the history because it marked our freedom from the people that we're dealing with today and that are causing us the issues that we're having because we are not unified. We don't understand what it is to build something for ourselves. And we're too busy trying to be a part of somebody else's party instead of building our own, which is another subject for another day, however. So in 1995 at the Million Man March, there was the first announcement that I am aware of on this stage of a person going from HIV positive to HIV negative. That person is announced at the Million Man March, and that is the announcement to the world that the supplement that is created by my business partner, who is the scientist, as the aspect of Nature's V. I'm the business end.
Okay.
And I understand and work in this environment. But all the science you see here is nothing you'll find anywhere else in the world. This is our science. That is our terminology. This is not used or understood anywhere else, though it is there for other people to have and use and understand.
This is the website. I'm dropping in the chat. I'm gonna pin the link. There's a link to the website. So if you guys want to check it out, go to this website right here. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. And so At the cellular level, you are attacked today.
Mm-hmm.
Every attack on your body is at the cellular level. All of diseases that you could get that are going to be a pandemic will be either bacteria, fungus, or protozoa, or a virus. If all the things that you've heard from the zoonotic diseases that, put the bumps on you, or HIV, herpes, influenza, all viruses, all the same type of viruses, cancer, all of those are envelope viruses. So dealing with them, the body deals with them in the same way. You don't understand that. I don't understand that. Autoimmune diseases are viral, bacterial, protozoa, or parasite, or fungus. If your body is already compromised,
Mm-hmm.
it lets you know, because I have a cold, I have mucus in my nose. It goes from clear to green to my lungs, and I can't breathe. That is all viral bacterial infection, and your body's compromised by that. Well, the supplement is a supplement that gives you an exogenous source of the protein that is the basis of your immune system. When you begin to wake up in the morning, when it was cold all those days here, we would wake up in the morning, you'd be sniffling.
Mm-hmm.
That's your sniffling, your runny nose is your immune system engaging.
So when you wake up and like,
That's your immune system engaging, creating what is needed for whatever's getting ready to take place. I'm over cold. I got to a certain place. Something's going on. That's what happens. So that's the creation of this supplement that we have that your body does. So we just give you an outside source of that natural supplement, and you put it into your body, and your body says, okay, I didn't have enough to deal with it. I got enough now. We keep down this path. We'll be able to remedy this naturally.
yeah.
And that's for tumors, which are considered cancer, all of the things that you are suffering from. 80% of them can be dealt with this way through some of the products that we have.
Okay. And so just to speak on a few, this is the Immunoboost 19C 30-day therapy.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can go there.
So I just want to give you some nomenclature. See,
Okay.
we are a Black woman owned company, and we use our nomenclature to fit our clientele. So our short name is IB19.
Okay.
Well, so since we can play for us and still be immune boost,
Yeah.
so we have IB19, which is our product that deals with bacterial infections, and that's any type of bacterial infection that you want your body to cure. Some, most bacterial infections today, no, that's not how I want to explain it, excuse me. We have been giving so many antibiotics today that our body is becoming immune to their benefit because they're over prescribing them. So now you get antibiotics and they tell you that, okay, you have to get a stronger one, or you have to get a stronger one, or you have to get a stronger one. So now your immune system no longer responds to it because it just no longer responds to it.
Yeah.
So this is a natural way your body deals with a bacterial infection. So your body will never not respond to it because it's how your body normally responds, and you just boost that up.
Right.
That's
You're boosting the natural function of the body.
the natural function of the body. So that's the way that our system of supplement works. If I told you, when you read what it is, you're going to ask the question, well, in the world of science, if you're not on the enemy's team, they're against you. So if I said what they called it, they would say it was theirs, though what they call it is in your body and they shouldn't be able to claim it. So we stay out of that because wisdom is don't speak beyond your ability to do.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're doing, and you've already won the war. There's no reason to go back and poke the bear. Just go out to the people who need what they need from you,
Yeah.
so you can have the benefit without the problem. So we don't give any type of nomenclature to our product of it being of any type of recombinant or pharmaceutical grade product. Though, if it were calibrated or measured against it, it would qualify.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put it like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
And this is a dropper form.
Yes. So your immune system starts, the reservoir for your immune system is in your nasal cavity. This is a supplement what you would put one time a day, either at night or in the morning, into your nasal cavity, 1 dropper, 30-day bottle. No more than your normal coffee daily that you go out and get, because you can go out and get it. And it damn sure is your McDonald's lunch per day, or your $8 too. Oh no, what is it? $10 Jamba Juice. Wow, when I go home, it's none of that there.
Yeah.
So you be there minus that. You go out to the marketplace, which is on the corner, get your fresh vegetables, everything. Go home, make your food. Go down to the ocean, get your fish.
You're right there.
It's right there. The man come deliver your fresh milk, your raw milk to the house. You got to take it into the kitchen, boil it so you can get the bacteria, so you can drink it, or you get your cheese, or you make it yourself. But it's all natural.
Right.
So this is how we approach it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go with the IB100, now IB100,
and you can scroll to wherever you want. This is
no,
right? Okay.
Oh yes sir. But IB100, this is a game changer.
Okay.
Because this is like the master switch. It's honest to God.
Really?
This is like the master switch of your immune system.
Okay.
This is like the one that says, I don't want to be sick, so go find whatever wrong. Don't even let me know. Just fix it.
Just fix that shit.
And you'll know because of how you begin to feel the different parts of your body, your awareness, how you're sleeping is one of the good things that automatically happens. When we first got the results, it was dealing with people who had full-blown AIDS. They had no energy. They had no sex drive. They had no appetite.
Mm-hmm.
So once their immune system kicked back in, these are the things that they noticed right away. They got their appetite back. Men began to have more erections and more of a sex drive again. And their immune system just began to get better and better and better, and their viral load would go down. Many people today, this product, are trying to get off of their antivirals because they have an HIV infection. And those antivirals, like we talked about earlier, the greatest side effect is your kidney failure. So most patients will tell you that though that their HIV is under control, their kidney metrics is going to put them into dialysis soon. And it won't be the HIV that kills them at the end. It'll be the side effect from the medication, which you're suffering now. Now you say,
I'm going to get to your super chats right now after this, Ohio. I see your super chats. But
so this is the most important thing that I think that we can deal with now. So a lot of people don't know, but we did a study. I did a study 3 years ago.
Okay.
And it's posted on our YouTube channel, Nature's V Autoimmune Disease Foundation.
I'm gonna keep talking. I'm just
yes, sir. The study was dealing with the current acceleration of HIV rates in Houston, New York, Atlanta, Los Angeles, and a few other areas. However, the cases exponentially got greater. So Victor Muhammad, who is the scientist who created the supplement that we are taking, and he is the brains and the science behind the supplement that we're using and the science that he puts forth is there, which you read on our Nature's V website. Uh, you're not in it. So just go to, just put autoimmune together.
Okay.
Then put an S on Nature's. And so I lost my thought. Doing what you're doing. So Nature's V autoimmune diseases, just put diseases foundation. Who created the product? And so what we found is that now, as you've been told in the Victarbia commercials, those of you who are dealing with this type of infection, that you have a zero viral load, so you cannot transmit HIV. I would beg to differ scientifically. For one reason, just look at the acceleration of the factual data that says that if you are in control of it and it is not transmittable, why is the rate of infection gone up?
Yeah, right.
Okay, let's just work backwards from the data that we have. It's gone up because you believe that you cannot infect anybody, and so therefore you're operating on that because you have a negative viral load. You live in an environment, I understand now, where you all go to parties with your papers, and as long as I got my papers, we can party.
Yeah.
As I began to deal with people I've been dealing with people in those type of environments because of the type of therapy that we do. And so they tell you that you cannot infect somebody. Well, there are two ways to infect somebody.
Good afternoon.
Boom.
Okay, there's two ways to infect people. And you can have a negative viral load, but that does not mean that you do not carry the antibodies. And if you carry the antibodies, that means that you are still infected. And you can still pass it to people. Now, this is what Victor, who you see on the screen, the gentleman wearing his beard at that point in the picture, the scientist who I'm in business with, the man who has taught me what I'm telling you as it relates to science and health. This is what he is explaining to us. And he has been dealing with HIV at the National Institute of Health since it began. This is not something from somebody who doesn't understand.
Mm-hmm.
This is somebody who understands completely.
Right.
So you have been taking your antivirals, and you do have the ability to suppress the virus. I do know of people who have family and children, and their family and children are not infected, though the gentleman that I know was born with HIV.
Oh, shit.
Okay, he came into the world. He's still alive today.
Like the big question everybody always had, was like I don't want to say jokingly, but was like, oh, shoot, Magic Johnson figured out what's going on. He's the only one who got the cure. How he get healthier? And I'm like, this is what he figured out.
Well, let's just say he might have stopped by this way.
I know. See, that's what I'm trying to say.
I know. I'm just going to say that 30 years ago, as it relates to the stories of Eazy-E when he was in the hospital, how he visited this way and he got better, then somebody didn't want him around. And there's some stories in the history of the internet that bring it up about what went down in the hospital with Eazy-E, though he had HIV and he was getting better because he ran into something to get better that's on his website. And so, but those who, wanted to make sure that he wasn't around, made sure that went away and he went away. So these are not urban myths.
Yeah.
These are actual stories that you didn't know what was going on. I'm not, they haven't shared it.
Okay.
Okay. So that's their course of understanding. I know that they did meet this though.
Yeah.
Now that's a fact.
Yeah.
Okay,
For sure.
for sure, for sure.
Because that's the first thing that came to my mind. I was like,
Hey, look, for sure. And you mentioned brother, and I'll just say this. I was speaking to, I'll say it like this, Jay Sally. And I was giving him some, I'll put it like this.
Yeah. Jay Sally.
Jay Sally.
Okay.
And then we were talking about it. And when I introduced myself and told him who I was, he said, yeah, man, I know about that. Well, I'm dealing with magic. Now, I ain't asking nothing. That just kind of slid out.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But that was how he was, how we like to be. Yeah. I know who you are and all of that stuff. So, that goes down like that. But what we have out there today is not working out for us. And the people who call us are like, I figured out this not working out for me. And I need another direction. Will this work? Well, here's the history. Here's the things you'll need to do. Here's what you've done to yourself by taking what you've taken.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the outcome if you continue down that vein. And here's the outcome of those who went this way. Right. Now, we give you information. And we give you information for what? So you can make a decision. See, nobody can tell you about your health but you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When you get up in the morning, if your balance is off. Nobody knows that but you.
Right.
You got a pain because you did something yesterday, nobody knows that but you. So you have to make a decision on what you're going to do now that you have knowledge of how to fix what's going on with you. So the science that we have deals with it at the root of all the issues. We also go ahead.
This is just a few. We only showed you 2 of the products, you guys. If you go to this website and scroll through, it's many products, many products, and just go through, check it out, read up on it, do your research. It is all amazing, legit stuff. But before we get out of here, because I got to get out of here at 7, I do want to acknowledge the super chats that I told them to send super chats if they had some questions for you that they could answer, because the things that you're saying are helping the community, helping the people. It's very important that we get the message that you're conveying out to the people so they could get it out to the people, But Ohio Ty sent a $5 super chat. If you can answer this, I'm not sure. What do conventional immunologists get fundamentally wrong that you've had to correct repeatedly?
The cause
of
what's taking place. Since the immune system deals with every aspect of disease in the body, since the diseases that we suffer from now all are directly related to a protein that is in these bottles that is causing the issue, and the lack thereof of the body to be able to produce this protein, which these designer diseases direct themselves at. They direct themselves there. So they suppress this protein to make sure that the body can get infected. So therefore, you give yourself an outside source of the protein, and it helps the body be able to detect the infection or infection, either viral or bacterial, protozoa or fungal or parasite. So all of these things are beneficial in there, and you pretty much covered it with the issues of helping the body get back to its natural state of homeostasis.
Boom. That dang. So, and I have something to ask you after this also. Ohio Ties has another question. Would you have to purchase, with the super chat, $2 super chat, would you have to purchase IB100 every 30 days?
It would depend on what you're dealing with. Now, most people who have lupus, within 15 minutes of taking the product, they say what they say. You can go on there and I don't like saying what they say. You go look and see what they said.
I have a young lady that's on my podcast, my co-host, Javonda. She has lupus.
Okay, well,
coming under attack now.
Here's what we'll do.
Okay.
So I will give you some supplement for her and you.
Okay.
Then you tell them.
Okay.
Okay. For me.
Yeah.
Okay, that's on me. Now, with that being said, yes, if you have HIV, you want to become negative, it's not going to happen overnight. That's probably about a 2-year course of the supplement. But everybody that I know that has HIV that takes a supplement is enjoying their best life. I don't really get into, we suggest that you get off of the things that you're on so the supplement can have the ability to take your body back to the main place of homeostasis and heal itself. If you're taking something else, it's doing something else to your natural physiology that isn't natural, but you're giving it something natural so it can heal itself. So you're making it off balance and then asking the body to heal itself. We have to get rid of what is making it off balance and give the body something natural so it can correct itself.
Course correction.
Right. So that's what we're doing.
Okay.
I don't try to get scientific. Victor does that. I can, but we don't really understand science anyway. It's just a conversation that lets you know that if you look at your own health, you could see what you're doing wrong. You could make a simple correction and your health will get better. But if you continue taking pharmaceutical drugs, there's no history of that giving you a long life. It's actually a life shortener.
Okay, last question we have from Love My Life. Thank you for the super chat, $4.99. Do any products help with sciatica pain? I know a lot of people dealing with that.
Sciatica pain from somebody who had it before, yes, because it's nerve inflammation. And of course,
everything comes back down to inflammation.
But then you've inflamed your nerve, you've pinched your nerve, it's inflamed. So nerve inflammation, here's one thing. Anybody that's taking gabapentin, go throw it in the trash today. Gabapentin, throw it in the trash today, wean yourself off of it. It's not going to help with any nerve condition. It's only going to kill you. Gabapentin or make you insane, one of the two.
Yeah.
Now, so that's not going to help your nerve condition. What's going to help your nerve condition is stretching and giving it minerals to calm the nerve. Sciatica, I had it. So it's normally muscle, ligaments, and bones pinching each other, and you need to stretch that out. And just you sitting too much, or you're not moving enough, or you're not giving your body the things it needs not to become inflamed.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, yes, but it's more than that.
And what would that product be?
IB100.
IB100. So IB100 with the inflammation, and then also doing the activities and moving. You can't just sit there and get better. You got to actually actively get better. And
you have to feed your body what it needs. You have to give your bodies magnesium. Now, as a person of color, if you're not taking any magnesium, you just on the march to the grave.
Boom.
Period. You need that for your nerves also. So get a good magnesium complex with all of the magnesium in it, not just one. Those are useless. And you'll begin to see some relief that way also from a nutrition point of view.
So we got to get out of here, you guys, at 7:00. This is not this is the first, but not the last time that Eric will be here giving us game and dropping gems on us, because this is the information that we need. These are the conversations that we need to have. I will welcome you back whenever you have free time. We're here every morning. You want to come once a week? You want to come in it don't matter. You can be here. And
what are we doing tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow morning, I will be here doing what is tomorrow? Friday? Saturday? Oh, not on the weekdays.
Got you, Monday.
But I will be here during the evening.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And so what I want to do is we'll discuss. We'll talk about.
Okay. Well, can I do one promo?
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to do the show for Heal the Man.
Okay.
And I want to do this because as men, we don't really pay attention to our health, and they're very simple signals that let us know that our health is waning. And they're very simple fixes for that. And we are Black men have the shortest lifespan of any person in the richest country in the world. So statistically, if we went by statistics, I'm supposed to be dead. Right now.
Right.
Now, I want to go over that and how we beat that and make our lives better.
So we're going to call it, it's going to be called
Heal the Man.
Heal the Man. Heal the Man. And so we will have episodes of Heal the Man coming to Society of Freedom shortly. We'll have discussions and talk about it, but you guys, I know you guys want the information. Whether you want it or not, you need the information. So we out of here. This is the AM Wake Up Show. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. No, thank you.
I appreciate you so much, man. Thank you, Ghetto Cafe. This is the AM Wake Up Show, Coffee with Rios. Our special guest, Eric. You guys are always amazing. Thank you for being so impactful, for being engaging, asking questions. We appreciate every super chat, every question. Thank you guys. You guys have a good one.
Yeah, Ghetto Cafe in the building, steam rising from the stove. We